Overthinking traps us in a prison of our own making, shackled by thoughts that never rest, fears that never fade, and doubts that corrode the soul like rust on iron. It is not merely a habit, but a disease of the undisciplined mind. However, the Stoics understood a profound truth. The mind is ours to command, not the other way around. 6 Stoic principles, when fully embraced, shatter overthinking like a hammer against glass. They are not just techniques, but weapons forged in the fires of ancient wisdom, designed to sever the chains of hesitation and free us from the tyranny of endless thought. The dichotomy of control teaches that what is not ours is not our concern. Epictetus reminds us that some things are within our power, while others are not. Overthinking is a war against the uncontrollable, obsessing over what could happen, what might go wrong, or what others may think. A warrior on the battlefield does not control the wind, the rain, or his enemy's blade. He controls only his stance, his movements, and his will. To dwell on the uncontrollable is to invite madness. When overthinking grips us, we must ask, is this within my control? If not, let it fade. If it is, act swiftly and decisively. Thought without action is cowardice. Memento mori reminds us that we are running out of time. Seneca warns that we act like mortals in what we fear, but like immortals in what we desire. We waste time in endless loops of thought, as if we have an eternity to decide, analyze, and plan. But the grave waits for no man. To remember that we must die is not a curse, but a command to live. Every moment spent overanalyzing is a moment stolen from life. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you could leave life right now. Would you waste your last hour drowning in hesitation, or would you act with clarity and purpose? Amor Fati teaches us to love everything that happens. The mind resists when reality does not bend to its desires. We overthink because we resist failure, uncertainty, and the unexpected. But the Stoic embraces life in its entirety. Friedrich Nietzsche echoed this ancient wisdom. My formula for human greatness is Amor Fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not for all eternity. Everything that has ever happened to us, every setback, heartbreak, and failure, was not an obstacle but a step forward. Overthinking dies when we accept that life is not against us. Life is us. Marcus Aurelius saw every challenge as fuel for fire. To overthink is to fight reality. To embrace reality is to be free. The discipline of assent reminds us to master our first thought. Not every thought deserves attention. Epictetus cautioned against being troubled by things that exist only in our imagination. Overthinking thrives on this. A single doubtful thought enters, and instead of dismissing it, we let it grow, take root, and consume us. But the Stoic does not blindly accept every thought. He questions and challenges them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When worries arise, we do not have to accept them. A weak man lets every thought control him. A Stoic observes thoughts like passing clouds, acknowledging them but never letting them darken the sky. Acta non verba reminds us that action destroys overthinking. We overthink because we hesitate because we fear, and we fear because we do not act. Seneca wrote, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. The mind builds monsters that do not exist, but action kills them. A Stoic does not sit and wonder what if. He moves, tests, and experiences. Marcus Aurelius put it simply, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Whatever you are overthinking, start. Make the decision. Take the first step. Once in motion, the mind quiets. Action is the antidote to doubt. The weak man is lost in thought. The Stoic is lost in action. The view from above teaches us to see beyond ourselves. Overthinking traps us in a narrow world where every problem feels immense, every decision critical, and every mistake disastrous. The Stoics had a way to break free from this illusion. Marcus Aurelius would remind himself, look at the immensity of time behind you and the infinite future ahead. In comparison, your life is but a fleeting moment. Imagine yourself rising above your body, your city, your country, seeing the world as a whole. From this perspective, the things you worry about shrink into insignificance. That awkward conversation, that uncertain decision, that fear of failure, None of it matters in the vastness of existence. When we overthink, we forget our place in the universe. The Stoic does not drown in his mind. He rises above it. When overthinking consumes us, let us step back, see the grand scale of life, and remember, none of this is as heavy as it seems.